Welcome to the Kane and Reloaded show. This is your boy 305 Kane.
And it's your boy DJ Reloaded.
Tonight we're gonna talk about a sad story. A story about a FAMU student who died trying to save another young lady that was having trouble swimming. Um, Let me read a little bit of the story to you. His name is Andre Brown. Brown, a senior at Florida A&M University in Tallahassee, died while trying to help save someone else's life during a spring break trip in St. Andrews Bay near the coast of Panama City, Florida. The 21-year-old business administrator major was one of 10 people on that March 15th outing. What would have made for Brown's final spring break getaway before graduation? All right, I'm gonna go down a little bit. Brown was on a rented pontoon boat that a group was en route to return. According to Florida Fishing, while they stopped so they could swim, people were jumping off the vessel and swimming back to it. The FWC said one female jumped off the vessel and was having trouble swimming. Four people jumped in. Four people jumped in and got her back to the boat. During this incident, Mr. Brown did not come back up to the surface. Andre was the one who first made contact with the young lady and passed her to his brother so that they could get her back on the boat. Andre took every action to ensure that all passengers returned safely to the boat before him. Even though Brown was a good swimmer, he was overcome by the heavy tides. How you feel about that, DJ Reload?
I mean, it's a different story from what we normally do. I just want to shine a light on this young man for his courageous attempt to save another individual, and in the midst of the hour, he lost his life. I mean, I agree with the title of the article. I believe he is a hero.
Right.
You don't have to, be some rich celeb or famous to be a hero. I recognize him as a hero because he was willing to sacrifice his life for someone else. So I applaud him for that. 21 years old. Again, he majored in business administration.
What to do, cuz?
I just wish that, what I'm saying, a lot of people take from his action and learn to have compassion and looking out for one another. Like I told you, I touched on a little bit yesterday about looking out for my neighbors and stuff like that, friends and stuff like that through this little crisis we got going on with this virus. So, that's why I totally agree with everything that the article said about him. His friends even went as far as say that he was the type that always put others' needs before him. I mean, again, as a kind-hearted man in the world, truthfully would miss him.
Right. And like you say, from just his friends' accounts, their accounts with him, and their interactions with him, and just everybody that spoke about him, just to look at this act, the whole incident itself, how many people jump in that water?
I couldn't save him. That's why, he was already better than me because I can't swim. So
you feel me?
Hey,
so how many people would have jumped in? You think about it, how many people would have jumped in that water, and then he was one of them people, and then he made sure that everybody else got on board before him because he felt he was a strong swimmer.
Right.
And, made sure everybody else was safe. And in the midst of that, he ended up losing his life, which is very, very sad. My condolences to all of his family, his friends, his loved ones, because I know they'll truly miss him, even though I don't know him. And just to hear about the story and just to hear that, that's like if he's the same type of hero as if a guy stepped in front of somebody shooting a lady or something, and he
Right.
shot and killed, and he protected this lady and this baby. He's on that same level because he sacrificed his life for another.
Facts. And I mean, with that young lady he saved, she's always gonna be impacted by him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's big. Like I said again, I mean, like for me, I don't swim, I can't swim. I can get in the water, I can play around, but and I think my fear is, growing up, I had a canal in the back of my house, and I remember seeing a young man swimming in the canal, and he got pulled down under by one of the drains,
Mm-hmm.
and he drowned and passed.
Mm-hmm.
At that very moment, I had two incidents with water. That was one incident, and then another incident. I was younger and I was on a bicycle, and I fell in a pool, and not having good judgment, I was still paddling on the water. So I don't really do large bodies of water. I'm like a rock. I go straight to the bottom.
Nah, I'm good at swimming. I don't do ocean. I don't do ocean lakes. It's too much water that I can't see the bottom. I don't know what's going on in there. And I don't have time for stuff like that. I'm from Miami, Florida. So, we have real animals that's right there in that same beach everybody want to go lay out on and go splash. It's real animals right there. I ain't got
Facts.
time for none of that. So I
Facts. I mean, sharks do live in that water in that beach. I remember one night we were walking, and just looked down the water. We just seen a school of sharks.
I done seen
Um,
jellyfish, sharks. Shoot,
yeah.
the same person right here, he didn't caught sharks and stingrays and he, he,
Hey,
he
he's
wait.
better than me.
You see, he on the boat. Shout out to my cousin Ruben. You know what I mean? You see, he on the boat.
I mean, I definitely agree with what Rube said about this young man. He should be honored in the same light that a police officer and a firefighter get honored in, because
I was saying,
what he did and how he put himself out there for that young lady, and what he lost. I mean, the FAMU should definitely recognize this young man,
mm-hmm,
um, as a hero in their hallways. Um, and his family truly is going to miss him.
mm-hmm. That's a fact.
I mean, I applaud him. I wanted, like I said, I just wanted to change pace a little bit because we got so much craziness going on in this world, and I applaud everybody who's doing a best to keep the morale up. I have another young lady; she's doing a keep the change challenge because she's recognizing all the men and women who work at the gas station, fast foods, who have to be around this environment, all day long and putting themselves at risk with this coronavirus. I mean, I definitely want to recognize people who are doing their best to let people know they appreciate them, they love them, and like I said again, what this young man did, that was the ultimate sacrifice.
Facts. I totally agree.
You
Totally.
know,
And like I say, send my condolences to his family and friends and loved ones. He was a true hero. Like Ruben said, this man should be honored. Like DJ
Mhm.
Reloaded said, they should have a plaque or something of this boy up in this grown man up in a school somewhere. Whatever he was into, or even his fraternity, all that, man, they should really honor this dude. Like, he was one of the greatest because in my eyes, he made himself one of the greatest.
Facts. Facts. I mean, again, like what they say a lot of great things about him, man. He was the type to put people before himself, and that showed, right?
Hmm.
Again, ain't nothing I could do for she in the water flapping around
Right.
because we both going down by jumping there.
So exactly.
So with the what I'm saying, with the skill set he had and the courage he had, he laid his life out there on the line for her. He saved her, and that's what he really cared about. I'm pretty sure he cared about living as well, but that was the first thought in his mind, seeing her struggle through the tides of the water.
Right. Facts.
So he definitely should be honored like a police officer and a firefighter. I agree with your cousin, 100%.
With that being said, this has been the Cannon Reloaded Show. We need y'all to like and subscribe. Share the video if you come across it. If you made it this far, you love us. So hit that subscribe button and hit that
Yes,
notification.
sir.
We done made it past 50. We trying to reach 100. Let's keep growing, people. Let's keep getting this thing moving.
And again, just inbox us because we willing to do interviews. If you got something going on, projects going on, trying to put yourself out there, trust me, we willing to bring you on, interview you, put your story out there, and help push and build your own brand.
Right. And especially with all of this quarantine going on, you ain't got nothing else to do but to get on here and talk with us.
Yes, sir.
This been your boy 305 Kane.
And it's your boy Showtime DJ Reloaded. He said love, baby.